Let's talk about Jupiter, the great benefic, the planet of expansion, moving into the relationship-focused air sign of Gemini. Jupiter enters Gemini May 25th, 2024, and will stay here for a full year until June 8th of 2025. Jupiter changing signs is a big deal. Why? Because Jupiter spends only 1 year in each sign, and when it does, it moves to a new area of our chart where we can feel a renewed enthusiasm, new hope, and optimism. And because Jupiter is the largest planet in our solar system, it takes on a greater importance in our psychic awareness. And in the air sign of Gemini, this is where you could feel a new wind in your sails, a sense that the tide is turning in your favor and that new blessings are coming your way. Also because Gemini is associated with the magician archetype, the Mercury-ruled magician card in the tarot, you could feel a new sense of confidence in your ability to co-create, to manifest what you most want in your life, my friend. Full disclosure, I have to let you know that I have my natal sun, Mercury, and Venus in Gemini, all in the 12th house, so I am definitely partial to this energy, and I have a lot that I'm excited to share with you. So in this video, I want to share with you what can you expect from Jupiter and Gemini? How can you best work with these energies, including the transits? There are 2 key transits that are going on with outer planets during this Jupiter and Gemini time, including Jupiter making a trine to powerful Pluto, and trines are positive energy flow. So this is quite exciting. And in part 2 of this video, I will be doing, as always, readings for all 12 signs and pulling an oracle card for each of the 12 signs as well. But before we dive deeper, I want to say hello and welcome. If you are new to me, I am so glad you have found this channel. This is a like-minded community. If you want to feel empowered through the astrology and you want to find your tribe, be sure and subscribe so you don't miss a video. And you are warmly invited to join us every Sunday, 9 a.m. Pacific time in the chat when my videos generally go live and we all gather together to support one another. Welcome back if you've been watching my videos. I am so grateful for your presence. Thank you for subscribing. And hello and happy Sunday to my Sunday chat friends. I'm Betsy Gutting. I am a psychic astrologer as well as an intuitive life coach and the author of the book, The Magic of Saying Yes, Answering Your Heart's True Calling. In both my videos and my professional astrology consultations, I love weaving together the energies of spiritual insights, divine downloads, and Western tropical astrology. And if you would like to know, my friend, how Jupiter and Gemini will be aspecting the natal planets and points in your chart, and where the planets that will be activated are happening in your chart, in your life, what can you expect on a personal level, as well as any other transits that are going on for you at this time? Go to my website, check out my astrology consultations along with the testimonials that other clients have left, and it will be my joy to meet you on Zoom. I write about the astrology between videos, the astrology of the week, so if you'd like to get those inspirational astrology updates, just go to my website, sign up for free, and you will also get an instant download of my soothing guided meditation, Returning Home to Your Spirit, which is my free gift to you. When I think of Jupiter and Gemini, I think of the quote, "Girls just want to have fun." Gemini energy is playful, spontaneous, friendly, and sociable. But also, while I was preparing for this video, the song that came to me was a song written in 1995 for Joan Osborne called "One of Us." It was a hit song with the lyrics, "What if God was one of us? Just a snob like one of us. Just a stranger on a bus trying to make his way home." Joan Osborne has her natal Mercury in Gemini, and the author Eric Bazillion wrote this song to encourage us to question our assumptions. And this is Gemini energy, questioning what our minds assume to be true, opening up to other perspectives, including the beautiful perspective that God is in all of us. And this is so Gemini, that by having a conversation in everyday mundane reality, the stranger on the bus, the cashier in the grocery store, the neighbor that you haven't talked with in a while, that through a short conversation, the divine can emerge. charge. Something inspirational can come through that you weren't expecting to receive and that lights you up. This is Jupiter in Gemini energy. So what can we expect from Jupiter in Gemini, and how can we best work with this energy? First of all, Jupiter, key words: receiving the bounty of life, the lusciousness of life, blessings, good fortune, positive developments. When Jupiter changes signs, something new often comes into our lives. What that something new is for you, I'll get into that in the 12 sign readings, but also it will depend on the planets or points that Jupiter will activate in your natal chart. And of course, this is something that I can share with you in a natal chart reading. If one of your natal planets or points gets activated during this Jupiter in Gemini transit, it's very possible that something significant will enter your life, that you will have a noteworthy accomplishment, that you'll experience quite a bit of growth and learning, rewards and recognition for some of you, or new friendships, new connections. Basically, this is the area of your life where you are going to experience an expansion. Now, on May 25th, Jupiter will be leaving the sign of Taurus, where it has been for about a year. Jupiter in Taurus was about material security, tangible earthly blessings, a life upgrade, something having to do with love, money, beauty, pleasure, the comforts of life, especially finances, possessions, and our values, our sense of worthiness, our sense of deserving. So with Jupiter and Taurus, we have been up-leveling, most of us, our own sense of what we're worth, what we deserve, and what we feel we need in order to have a comfortable, secure feeling life. Jupiter in Taurus is ruled by Venus, so this is all the beauty, love, money, pleasure things. However, when Jupiter moves into Mercury-ruled Gemini, we are going to feel this shift in energy. Mercury is a very different energy from Venus. Mercury is the mind. It is ideas, new possibilities, conversations, communication, our emails, presenting, writing, speaking, divine downloads. Mercury is the winged messenger. This is where we can receive information that we get in a lot of different ways. It can come through a conversation with another person, but it can also come by overhearing a conversation. It can also come by listening to a YouTube video, or through daydreaming, or through that idea we get when we're in the shower, or when we're on a road trip, driving through long stretches of desert where it feels like nothing is happening, but on the inner level, on the level of the mind, a lot is happening, a lot is expanding, a lot is potentially coming to the surface that can really change the way we perceive our reality. And in Gemini energy, we are encouraged to open up our minds to different points of view, to seeing things in a new light. This is freeing. And if you have planets or points in Gemini, you know that Gemini wants freedom, flexibility. It is a mutable air sign. Mutability is changeability. Gemini helps all of us move through change. So oftentimes when we have a Jupiter and Gemini transit, it is a time of change or life transition. Because Gemini loves to play, be spontaneous, laugh at the absurdity of life, Jupiter in Gemini can add a sense of lightness to each of our lives. Now, most of us know Gemini as the twins archetype, the lover's card in the tarot. Also, siblings are associated with the third house of the zodiac, which is the Gemini house. What this means is that on a deep level, Gemini energy is seeking its twin, seeking its soul sister or soul brother. This is where we're seeking our counterpart that can mirror back to us, whether we're male or female, mirror back to us our sparkly nature, our beautiful spirit. Gemini loves connection, and in particular, it seeks one-on-one connection, that best friend. So collectively, we are more and more seeking out that true friend, that like-minded other, that person with whom we feel a strong simpatico. This is a great time to intellectually explore, to do more research, to explore all possibilities. If you have strong Gemini in your chart, you know that if you're seeking something out, say you want to buy a ring, for example, you're going to have to look at all the rings you can possibly look at before you make a decision. or you're going to want to read the whole menu before you decide what you want to eat. And traditionally in the zodiac, Jupiter in Gemini is considered in its detriment. Why? Because it is opposite the zodiac wheel from Sagittarius. Jupiter in Sagittarius is at home. It is the sign of the sage, after all. But because Jupiter's home sign in Sag is furthest away from Gemini, it is said that Jupiter doesn't do well in Gemini. However, the key to finessing Jupiter in Gemini is being aware of where we can get sidetracked, where we can get distracted. And in my view, this is because Gemini wants to explore it all. Gemini wants to check everything out. Gemini wants to drink the nectar of every flower that catches its eye. And this is not necessarily conducive to what we consider success in this earthly material world. However, if we know that we are likely to be more distracted, more easily scattered with Jupiter in Gemini, and we want to get something important done or accomplished, we can break down that project, that book we want to write, that PhD we want to get. We can break that down into small chunks, knowing that Jupiter in Gemini may take the scenic route. There may be some detours, but ultimately having our attention dialed into a higher dimension, ADHD, attention dialed into a higher dimension, having our attention focused in this way may ultimately give us a richer experience of the journey. The other thing to keep in mind is that because Gemini is a dual sign, it's a sign of duality, it favors doing more than one thing. It favors multiple streams of income. It favors adding a side gig. It favors adding more creativity and variety to your life. After all, Gemini is the magician archetype. The magician allows us to manifest, co-create things that we didn't think were possible before this. This is a time that you can pull in information from a lot of different sources, especially your divine connection, and forge new like-minded soul connections with others that are truly satisfying and fulfilling to your heart and your spirit. Now, because I focus on personal empowerment, I don't focus too much on the mundane astrology, but I do see during this next year with Jupiter in Gemini, more social media platforms coming online. I do see us opening up to more perspectives. At least this is my hope. My hope is that there will be fewer information wars than we had, especially during that 2021 period of time. And of course, that's continued. But that we can open up to the fact that there are many, many divergent points of view, and that everyone, as we say, has a right to their opinion. Every voice matters, which also matches beautifully with Pluto in Aquarius energy, and that God is within all of us. And that, as we say in yoga practice, the God in me sees the God in you. The goddess in me acknowledges the goddess in you. Absolutely, I see a rise in new innovations, especially with both Pluto and Jupiter in air signs. And perhaps more people learning better communication skills, deep listening skills, bringing more presence to our one-on-one interactions. Now, before we do the 12 sign readings, I want to share with you two really significant transits that are going to be going on with Jupiter and two outer planets. I also want to take you back to the last time that Jupiter was in Gemini, share an example from my own life so that you can also go back to that time in your life and think about what happened for you then. Often we see themes repeating when the transit comes back around again. So the first big transit that is happening, that will happen almost right out of the gate, is Jupiter making a trine to Pluto. And I am super excited about this, super excited. Why? Because Jupiter, the planet of expansion and good fortune, especially when it's in positive energy flow with the other planet, Pluto. And Pluto is passion and power. Yes, Pluto transits can make us feel powerless, no question. But with a trine, it is more like the wind in our sails, us being propelled forward and us feeling more confident and courageous and in our full power than before. Pluto is also associated with karma and past life connections. So this could bring a past life connection into your life. And with a trine, in my experience, this is usually a connection that brings wonderful blessings into your life and through which you grow, because Pluto is about our evolutionary soul growth. Now, the dates of this transit, Jupiter trining Pluto, are June 2nd to about the 11th, give or take a few days on either side. This is when we will feel it most. The second transit that Jupiter and Gemini will be making to an outer planet is, I have to say, not very much fun. Why? Because Jupiter will be making a square to Saturn in Pisces. And it will be making the square twice. Once mid to late August, and the second time Christmas Eve. Jupiter is a warm and welcoming, inclusive energy. With Jupiter, it's the more the merrier, right? However, when it's making a square to Saturn, it can feel like the killjoy coming to the party, the Debbie Downer. Saturn energy can be cold and distant. It can be a delay. It can be someone saying no to you, or it can just be that you are at a crossroads. You're facing some sort of dilemma. You don't know which way to go. You feel kind of hemmed in and stuck. The good news is this is not going to last forever. And what this energy wants you to do, this is about creating a solid, sustainable foundation, shoring up your foundation for some of you, creating a new foundation for others of you. Saturn says we have to do some work. We have to go back to the drawing board and redo something, especially because the mid to late August transit will be Jupiter squaring Saturn retrograde in Pisces. We're going back to re-look at something. And Jupiter in Gemini says we have more options here. We want to open up and see the options that we haven't seen, to broaden our perspective, to look at this with new eyes. And if there is a person in your life who tends to rain on your parade, maybe don't invite them or hang out with them at your party on Christmas Eve. Now, I invite you to go back to the last time that we had Jupiter and Gemini. We can look at the themes that were going on in our life at that time and see what occurred, to get a sense of what might occur, at least in terms of the thematic story that may play out for you. We always want to keep in mind that we are different people now. We have evolved tremendously over the past 12 years, and that there were different transits that were happening the last time Jupiter was in Gemini as well. Jupiter was last in Gemini from June 2012 to June 2013. So what was going on for you, my friend, from mid 2012 to mid 2013? Did you receive any sort of blessing? Did anything occur that was maybe out of the ordinary, or that you would have called a gift or something expansive in your life? And I'll give you a quick example from my own life. So I have a stellium in Gemini in my 12th house, my Sun, Venus, and my Mercury. And when Jupiter first went into Gemini in June of 2012, I received a very, very strong inspiration and push almost from my higher self saying, it is time to write your book. You've got to do this. It is time. And I felt really lit up by the idea. However, I was having trouble buckling down and doing it. I was procrastinating. It wasn't happening. The lower octave of Gemini energy, trouble focusing. So I decided to take myself on a self-created writing retreat in Puerto Vallarta, where I am now living. And on that trip, Jupiter conjoined my natal Venus in the 12th house, and I was completely committed 100% to spend most of each day writing. However, the very first night that I got there, I walked down to a restaurant and bumped into somebody that I had met 10 years earlier, and we struck up a romance. This was literally the first night that I arrived, which really threw me off. And you can get the Gemini theme going on here, right? Distraction. However, it felt pretty compelling to me. I mean, this was my natal Venus after all. And looking back, I realized I needed an infusion of new life. I needed that infusion of romance in my life to give me the energy and the inspiration to write my book. So what did I decide to do? I decided that I could do both. And this is Gemini energy, diversifying. I could do both. I could have the romance and write my book. It would take self-discipline, but I could do it. 9 months later, when Jupiter conjoined, made a conjunction to my natal sun, I published my book. And then when Jupiter conjoined my natal Mercury, I had a big book launch party. What I find remarkable about this whole Jupiter in Gemini transit is that I did not purposely choose those different dates. When it activated each of those planets, I did not choose those dates to have those major events that took place. It just happened that way. And this is the beauty of astrology. It proves itself. Now, the time before this 2012 to 2013 Jupiter in Gemini period, 12 years earlier, Jupiter was in Gemini late June of 2000 to mid-July of 2001. So I encourage you to go back to that time as well and look at the themes that were going on for you. During that time, I received a huge inspiration from my soul. I got the marching orders from my higher self to do something that was quite out of the ordinary, that was very scary to my human self. But because Jupiter was underneath me, supporting me, and I was feeling that buoyancy, that yes, you can do this energy of Jupiter, I did it anyway. And for reasons of time, I'm not going to go into what that was, but it's in the first chapter of my book. For those of you who want to check it out, the link is in the description box below. Okay, so let's do the 12 sign readings now. Listen to your rising sign. This is going to tell you where in your life Jupiter will be transiting in your natal astrology chart based on the whole sign house system. You can also listen to, and I encourage you to, listen to your sun and moon signs for further information and intuitive messages. So let's start with Gemini, because beautiful Gemini, this Jupiter transit is happening in your sign. Very, very exciting. And Gemini, I have my natal sun in Gemini. Gemini risings, you're going to be experiencing Jupiter transiting your first house of the self, your identity. This is an uplift for sure in your confidence, in your courage for some of you, in your ability to see the truth of who you are. You may receive a divine download, inspiration, something that awakens you to more of your I am self. The fact that you are a spirit of pure love, the fact that you are a divine messenger, a translator of energies that you can bring through and share with others. You may change your role in the world. You may change your title at work, your title in a business if you own your business, or your title in your family. Some of you may take on a new writing project, a new speaking project, teaching, presenting. All of these are Gemini areas. But with Jupiter transiting in your sign, you're going to feel more protected. You will be protected by the ethereal realms, by those that you work with in the higher realms. You will very possibly feel more in that miracle consciousness, or you will up-level your own sense of who you are into a more spiritual identity, a sense of your connection to the divine. Beautiful Gemini, this is your time to shine, and this is your time to come out as more of who you are. This is your time to awaken to your gifts, your talents, your sparkliness. This is the time that you could feel the tide is finally turning for you. Luck is finally on your side. You're getting new opportunities. And this could be any area of your life. This could be a career. This could be home. This could be relationships as well. Especially when Jupiter makes a conjunction to your rising sign, your sun, or your moon sign. So beautiful Gemini, let me shuffle for you and let us see what the cards have to say for you. This could be a very magical year of your life because, as you probably know, Gemini energy is connected to the magician. You are connected to the magical reality of life, real magic. Okay, gems. Sparkly gems. Your card is Uncovering Treasure. Yes, beneath the surface lies great bounty, and bounty is a Jupiter word. Look at the gold in this card. We are in the year of the dragon. To me, this is a very whimsical card. It is calling on you to bring back your childlike self, to connect with your inner child, to do those guided meditations or whatever you do that lights up your inner child, that This, to me, this is about, there's something under the surface for you, Gemini, that you haven't seen yet that is going to come to the surface when you are going through this Jupiter in Gemini time, that is going to awake. See how there are gems? You are gems, and there are the gems in this treasure box. There is a real awakening for you here, a real epiphany to your true worth, and also to the, I feel like those, any of you who've been in scarcity or lack, this is going to open you up to the abundance of you in terms of your gifts, talents, and capabilities, but also to the abundance of love and to the abundance of life has my back. If that paradigm shift needs to happen for some of you, you will very likely receive that as a gift. Life has my back. Life is conspiring for my greater good. I can rest and breathe and receive the bounty of life. Okay, Taurus. Hello, beautiful Taurus. Taurus, you are going to be experiencing this transit of expansive Jupiter in Gemini, the air sign of Gemini. You're going to be experiencing this in your second house. This is where you're going to be receiving an expansion, Taurus. As long as you have or are doing an up-leveling of your sense of worthiness, deserving, if that's something that's needed for you, as long as your mindset is in the right place, because Jupiter is mindset dependent. We only receive what our mindset says we deserve, right? As long as you are a match for what you want to receive, you could definitely have an increase in income. You could bring in new streams of income. In Gemini energy, we excel at doing more than one thing. So you could add a side gig or a new project. You may take on new values or a new value. You may receive what you need to acquire an important possession, if that's important to you for your material security. After all, this is the house of your material security, Taurus. So you are going to be receiving more divine protection and divine assistance for your sense of security, stability, comfort, beauty, love, and pleasure. How does that sound, Taurus? Sounds pretty good to me. So be open to being versatile, to adding more variety to your life if it's a match for your values, and to being more curious and open to receive the treasures that want to come into your life, Taurus. So now let me shuffle for you. And can you tell I'm excited about this transit, and see what the cards have to say for you, Taurus. Taurus. Your card is transformation. A fresh new way of living emerges. Yes, Taurus, yes. A fresh new way of living emerges. You are going to feel more free. You are going to feel more alive. You are going to feel like some of you are rising from the ashes. Some of you have, especially if you have planets or points in the early degrees of Taurus or the other fixed signs, you may be going through a transformation brought on by Pluto and Aquarius, activating those planets or points. Jupiter in Gemini is bringing you an infusion of new lightness, new airiness, spaciousness, freedom, you seeing the truth of who you really are. There's a new truth that is showing up for some of you that is going to open you up to a beautiful expansion within yourself. And it could be that a new stream of income or a new role that you take on that adds more variety to your life, or more comfort, or more pleasure, more love to your life, more self-love, Taurus. It could be that that is what is going to infuse you with this expansion to allow a fresh new way of living to emerge. If this resonates, beautiful Taurus, leave me a comment. I would love to hear. Okay, Aries. Hello, beautiful Aries. Aries, you will be experiencing this Jupiter in Gemini transit in your house of immediate environment. This is your local hood. This is where you do all of your daily errands, your ins and outs of daily life, your networking, hanging out with people, talking to neighbors, schmoozing with people at the gym or at the grocery store or on your daily walks. This is the house that is associated with Gemini energy after all, so you could find yourself taking more short trips. You will probably be quite busy. This is connected to your devices and your vehicles. So some of you may acquire a new vehicle. Some of you could win something with Jupiter here. You could win a new car. You could win a new device or a trip. So definitely be filling out all of those entry forms for contests, Aries. You could have a real uptick in your communication. I would be surprised if you didn't. You could have an infusion of new skill, some of you, in your communicating, but also you could be writing more for your profession. You could be speaking more. You could be teaching when you weren't teaching. You could be creating new courses or a blog or publishing something. You could be getting your message out to more people. You may feel quite inspired, Aries, during this time, very passionate about putting your message out to people in your local environment or online. And because this is the house of neighbors, siblings, aunts, uncles, and cousins, you could have a healing in a relationship with any of these people. And Aries, you're getting a sextile from this Jupiter energy, which is a new opportunity or several new opportunities and solutions. Wind at your back, opportunities that you have to say yes to. They won't just fall in your lap, but you will notice a need and a desire and you'll act on it, and that brings the opportunity to you. So beautiful, Aries. This is a really beautiful place to have a Jupiter in Gemini transit. You may change your location. You could change your location of your work or change your location of your home, or just where you do something. You may do more meetups, more networking. And at the very least, if you don't have planets or points here, you may just find that it's a lot more fun, that you're having a lot more fun, Aries. You're like meeting a lot of new people in your local environment. You're getting a chance to have those really heartwarming kinds of conversations, one-on-one meetups that really light us up in Gemini energy. So Aries, time to shuffle for you. And let's see what the cards have to say for you. I need to ground this energy because it's quite elevating. Aries, your card is, yes, Aries, wondrous universe, walk in beauty. It is the magician, him or herself. Here you go. You have it right here. This is so, so cool. Walk in beauty. This is going to be a magical time for you. Tune into your inner magician, Aries, because you can really soar during this transit. With the sextile that you're getting, air and fire for you, they are really, this air energy is really going to add igniting to your, it's really going to ignite the spark, I think, for whatever you want in these areas that I spoke of. And this may be where you awaken to the fact that you do have a magician inside of you, that you are a co-creator of your world, and you may feel that much more powerful, especially when Jupiter makes its trine to Pluto, which I talk about in the first part of this video. You may feel quite excited about this new aspect of you, Aries, this new soul essence that is coming online for you, perhaps for the very first time that we have Jupiter aspecting Pluto and Aquarius in our lifetime. So if this resonates for you, let me know in the comments, beautiful Aries. You will inspire all of us. Pisces, hello, beautiful Pisces. Pisces, you are going to experience Jupiter transiting in Gemini in your house of home, family, and roots. This is a beautiful place to have a transit. It's beautiful because we all want to feel rooted. We all want to feel secure. We all want to feel like our home is our sanctuary. We all want to have most of us want to have, I'm making assumptions here. Forgive me for that. But most of us want to have positive family relationships, positive bonds with family members, if we possibly can. If we can heal any relationships with family members, that is something that could happen for you here. Now, you are getting a square to your energy because Gemini energy does square your energy, Pisces. And what that means is you may feel more motivation to heal a relationship. That may mean that you feel more pressure, and pressure is never fun, I know, but it may be that with that sense of pressure, you are more motivated, more driven to address something that you know you've been needing to address. And then you reap the rewards of the Jupiter energy. Then you get the blessings. Then you get the good fortune, which could be a new home. It could be a remodeled home. It could be you moving someplace that where you've always wanted to move to. It could be you having a really sweet, deep healing with a family member or someone that you live with, a roommate, or ancestral healing. Healing something that has gone on in your family lineage for eons. There could be a healing of that ancestral wounding that completely changes your life and makes you feel so much more stable, rooted, and secure within yourself, beautiful Pisces. That would be an amazing gift. So Pisces, even though with the square, you may find yourself having to go out of your comfort zone, you will be rewarded for leaving your comfort zone. You will be well rewarded. This could be a whole new lease on life, is what I'm hearing from my guides in this moment. So let me shuffle for you, Pisces, and see what lusciousness Jupiter and Gemini has for you. Pisces, Jupiter and Gemini. Your card is Crossing Bridges. Oh my gosh, this is so perfect. This card says, it is time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. I mean, you cannot make this self up. You are the self. You can't make this self up. We can't make ourselves up. We can't make this stuff up. Oh, that's funny. Okay, so Pisces, you are crossing a bridge. You are going to be with Jupiter and Gemini. You may feel like you're in a transitionary period where you're going from where you are now to where you want to be. It will be very healing for you. Something is mending. You are releasing, bringing you more fully into alignment with your true self, with the beautiful, sparkling gem of who you are, gorgeous Pisces. I love this so much. If this resonates for you, you want to claim your healing. You want to claim that you are crossing a bridge into a whole new sense of self. Let me know in the comments below. Aquarius, beautiful Aquarius. Aquarius, you are one of the ones who's going to receive a trine, beautiful positive flow, the wind at your back, the tailwind that gets your flight in early. You are going to be receiving this from the Jupiter in Gemini transit, which is happening in, drum roll please, Aquarius, it is happening in your house of pleasure, your house of play, full unbridled creative expression, the house of children, the house of your inner child delight. This is inner child delight. This is the inspiration that we receive from the muse that is our inner child. When we are saying yes to aligning with our inspiration, we are loving our inner child that much more. We're bringing our playfulness out. We're bringing our joy out. And this is where you're having this Jupiter and Gemini transit. Beautiful for creative projects, beautiful for that screenplay you want to write, that song that you want to download, a book for some of you, a new wardrobe for some of you, redecorating your home. It's different for everyone. But this is the house of whatever lights you up, do it, Aquarius. Whatever is lighting you up, say yes. That is what this transit is saying. This is all about delighting you. This is a very fertile transit for any of you who want to get pregnant. If you don't want to get pregnant, well, then you know what to do. But this is also a house for getting pregnant with an idea, getting pregnant with a creative child, giving birth to that which gives you a whole new lease on life, a whole new sense of seeing life with new eyes, seeing yourself with new eyes. Also the house, I don't know why I left this for last, also the house of true love and romance. So if you're in an existing relationship, this is bringing more fun, playfulness, romance to that relationship. And if you'd like to find a partner, what a beautiful transit for attracting a partner. And if you don't want a partner, but you want to date or you want to do more things with friends, this is really beautiful for bringing more of those social interactions into your life. And Aquarius, I know that some of you, it's that Aquarian phrase that some astrologers quote, Aquarians love people, just not individual people. And I know that is not true for all Aquarians. I know that it's not. But for those of you who resonate with that, this transit may take you a little bit out of your comfort zone to be open to more one-on-one interactions because the ones that you have will be quite rewarding for you. New friends that light you up, beautiful Aquarius. This could also be wonderful things happening for your children if you have children. Okay, Aquarius, I think I covered it all. Let us now pull a card for you. And for those of you who've been working too hard, or you've just been focusing on things that aren't about pleasure, love, romance, the lusciousness of life, Jupiter is coming in and saying it is time to expand the playground of life for yourself. Okay, Aquarius, let's see what the cards have to say for you. Aquarius, your card is a breakthrough is at hand. Yes. Okay, you are doing something pioneering. Why do I say this? Because this person is breaking trail. You are breaking a new trail, which doesn't surprise me considering that Pluto is in Aquarius. Many of you are going through a transformation right now because Pluto's in Aquarius. When Jupiter makes a trine to Pluto, if you have planets or points in the early degrees of Aquarius, you are going to really be feeling an expansion of power, an expansion of passion, and you could meet a person that takes you to a whole new level in your life. So I say more about this in part 1 of this video, but you can see that for some of you, this is going to be a new invention, a new innovation, something that maybe really expands your wealth. After all, Pluto is connected to wealth, and wealth is different for everyone. You will very likely receive the gift of a breakthrough with Jupiter in Gemini. Beautiful Aquarius. So if you are ready to claim a breakthrough, let us know in the comments below. I would love to hear. Okay, Capricorn. Hello, beautiful Capricorn. Capricorn, you are going to be having Jupiter transiting in your house of work, daily work, routines, schedules, and your health routines. This is the house of your energy, like optimizing your energy, feeling good on a more or less regular basis, feeling in alignment with your daily work, feeling in alignment with your job if you have a job, feeling in alignment with your business if you have a business, with your health, doing the things that nourish you. This is really the house of nourishment on all levels. So what a beautiful placement for Jupiter. Jupiter is up leveling. That's what Jupiter does. It's up leveling these areas of your life. Some of you will get a promotion. Some of you will change jobs. Some of you will start a business. Some of you will leave a job for a chance to do something else. Some of you are going to have a breakthrough in your health. Change your exercise routine. Change what you eat. Because Gemini helps us to create change, it's going to be easier to change something that was maybe difficult to do before this. Like if you have a favorite food that is more like an addiction for you, if you have a way of doing things that isn't healthy for you, Jupiter in Gemini is going to make it easier for you to change that, which is really good news. And if you are in a toxic work environment that you haven't left because of responsibilities, for example, because of the paycheck, whatever it is, you are being protected. I'm not saying stay in a toxic environment. I don't encourage that at all, but I know that sometimes we hang out a little bit longer in a situation than is good for our mental health or our physical health because of our concerns. And if that is true for you, because of our responsibilities, and if that is true for you, Capricorn, I highly encourage you to get my book, The Magic of Saying Yes, which is about partnering with your spirit, partnering with the divine, so that you can have the spark igniting power of your soul activated, helping you to move on if moving on is what you need, what is in your best interest. Okay. So Capricorn, I am now shuffling for you, and just be open to new opportunities in work and health and things that will light up your energy. If it drains your energy, it's a no. If it's not an absolute yes, it's a no. Quote by Cheryl Richardson. Okay, Capricorn, let's see what the cards have to say for you. Capricorn, your card is You are a beacon for others, wise leader. This is a card of strength. This is a card of courage. If there's anything that you have not done because you needed more courage and strength, this card is telling you you are going to receive that infusion that you need to move forward. The wise leader in you is going to be activated during this transit, Capricorn. And of course, Capricorn energy is connected to leadership energy. You may take on a leadership role. You may be offered an opportunity that is going to give you more responsibility, but also give you the chance to stand more in your own leadership. Know that you are a beacon for others. Claim that you are a beacon for others. Claim that you are the lighthouse for others. And those opportunities will more easily emerge. So if you want to claim the beautiful, wise leader within you, let us know in the comments below. I would love to hear. Okay, Sagittarius. Sagittarius, beautiful Sag. Sagittarius, you are going to experience Jupiter transiting in your 7th house of relationships, committed relationships, partnerships. This is love and business, professional partnerships. This is where you could attract that wonderful soulmate partnership, whether it's a best friendship, whether it is a significant other kind of relationship, or whether it is a business partner that takes your life and your success, whatever success is for you, to the next level, beautiful Sag. I love, love, love this. Some of you, this is coming in right now, some of you are going to become more enlightened. Some of you are going to receive a breakthrough in this area of your life, a Jupiter enlightenment, a Jupiter awakening, an epiphany that allows you to take your relationship to the next level or attract a new partnership that is up-leveling how you do your relationships and what you can receive in terms of the love and the connection and the sweetness and the fulfillment in the relationship that is most important to you, beautiful Sag. You could also find, because this Jupiter and Gemini transit is making an opposition to your energy, and partnerships are always like oppositions, right? We're always balancing our sense of self and identity with our partners, and that's an opposition. But because of that, you could find that you are kind of doing a balancing act with a partner or a close friend. You could find that people who are significant in your life are wanting more of your time and energy. You could find that you're really having to reflect on your priorities and get clear and let the people in your life know what those priorities are. I feel that some of you are going to choose your loyalties, whatever that means for you. You will be choosing to whom you want to invest your time and energy, and that includes your loyalty, and that includes loyalty to yourself as well, Sag. Also, some of you could find that you meet more people from other cultures because Jupiter energy is connected to other cultures, and you know that well, Sag, but you could find that you're meeting new people who are expanding your horizons in terms of new languages or exposing you to new foods or other ways of being that come from another culture. Sag. Okay, let me pull a card for you now. Sometimes I hold my breath. Not a good idea. Sag, Jupiter and Gemini, for you. Stepping into your power, Sagittarius. You are strong beyond measure. Some of you need to hear this. Some of you need to hear that your strength is more than you realize. You are completely lit up and encircled with divine protection. You may feel like you are walking in the night with just a lantern to see and that you don't know much ahead of that, especially in the realm of partnership perhaps. But this card is saying that you are coming into a new phase of your life where you are fully stepping into your power. And Jupiter, not only will it be transiting in your 7th house, which is where you have Gemini energy, but it will be making an opposition, as I mentioned earlier, to any of your planets or points or your rising point in your chart, your ascendant. And that can really infuse you with new power as well. So this makes a lot of sense. So beautiful Sag, if you want to claim your power or anything else that you want to share, let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear. Scorpio, hello, beautiful Scorpio. Scorpio, you are experiencing this transit of Jupiter in Gemini in your 8th house of power and control, your 8th house of shared resources, emotional and sexual intimacy. This is the house where we dip into those deeper realms where things can really ignite us emotionally and trigger us emotionally as well. With Jupiter here in the 8th house, yes, you could get an inheritance. Yes, you could get an influx of money. Inheritances are often really difficult, right? Because loss is associated with them. So I know that can bring up a lot of deep scorpionic emotions. But because this is the house of shared resources, and Jupiter is transiting here, that is expansion, that is new bounty and blessings often, depending on how it's aspecting the natal planets and points in your chart. You could feel a lot of extra support here. You could partner with a new investment partner. You could partner with a financial advisor. You could meet a partner that brings in new resources to your life, that makes you feel more abundant, Scorpio. You could also meet somebody and feel like this person is a karmic connection. This person has been in a past life with me before. You could feel very much like you want to merge everything that you own. You like immediately want to move in together. You could feel like this is super powerful, especially when we have the transit of Jupiter trining Pluto. Go back and watch the first half of this video if you haven't already, where I talk about that. Some of you may want to go to couples counseling, and you could receive quite a healing and a forward momentum, a blossoming of a partnership as a result of going to couples counseling or going to counseling with a business partner or someone in your life with whom you share money, time, or resources. You could also have a sexual healing, get really into tantric practices that really make you expand and bloom, or acquire real estate here, or just really see your investments prosper. Okay, so Scorpio, let me shuffle for you and see what the cards have to say. Beautiful Scorpio. Your card is the Mystic Healer. Healing energy flows through you. For some of you, this is going to be an awakening transit. For some of you, you are going to have an ethereal moment, such as astral travel, such as a visitation in a dream, something that feels otherworldly to you, that turns you on to your deep mystical healing abilities. A recognition that you are a healer, a recognition that you channel energy, a recognition that healing energy flows through you. Or perhaps a partnering with your soul, a partnering with an angel, a guardian angel, another spiritual energy that changes your life. This is really, really beautiful. Scorpio, if you want to claim the mystic healer within you, claim it in the comments below. Let us know. Okay, Libra. Beautiful Libra, you are going to experience this Jupiter in Gemini transit trining your energy, the wind at your back. You are really going to love this, I think, Libra. I really think you're going to love this. Not only are you getting a trine, but it's happening in your house of expansion. It's happening in your house of waking up to the truth with a capital T, the truth within you. Some of you will really get into a mystical art like astrology or any other of the metaphysical arts. This is the house of higher learning. This is new horizons. This is long distance travel, learning a new language. Astrology is its own language after all. But any language, anything that opens you up to, in your mind, new scenery, or physically new scenery. This is the house of adventure. New philosophies. Some of you will adopt a new spiritual practice. Something is happening for you during this transit that really expands you. Some of you may publish a book or something else, a screenplay or a show or something, a song. Some of you are going to publish something. It could be a course. You could start, this is the house of teaching as well. You could teach for the first time or really expand what you already teach. Libra, this is very, very cool. You putting your message out into the world, publishing it on social media, publishing it through a structured container or through something like YouTube videos, a blog, and so on. Okay, Libra, let us see what the cards have to say. I just keep getting this feeling of you receiving some sort of awakening, some sort of epiphany, something. Some of you are going to want to do more meditation or start meditation, or even, you know, a lot of people get intuitive downloads through running, like physical exercise. So whatever it is for you, I really feel a new infusion of divine energy. Not surprisingly, Libra, since you're air and Gemini is air as well. Okay. And this could bring new life into your relationships as well, new love into your relationships, since you are Venus ruled Libra. Okay, so now let's see what the cards have for you, Libra. Libra, Jupiter and Gemini. A balancing for some of you, where you felt out of balance, a new sense of balance, new life. Follow your bliss, Libra. Oh, navigating by the stars. So this card is saying, if you feel like you don't know where you're headed, you are being guided by the stars. You are being, for some of you, this may be a sign to start studying astrology. For others of you, this is a yes to any course of study that connects you to your true place in the planetary realm of existence. You can't go wrong, Libra, by following your bliss. You are getting a very, very big yes if you've been asking, can I do that business? Can I do that thing that I really want to do? Can I succeed at the pipe dream? This card is saying follow your bliss. I'm not saying do something that financially you don't have the ability to do right now. Jupiter and Gemini really helps us to do more than one thing, to diversify, to add a side gig, or to start studying something that is our bliss. So Libra, let me know in the comments below if this resonates. If you want to claim your bliss, let us know. You'll inspire all of us. Virgo, hello, beautiful Virgo. Virgo, you are experiencing this transit of Jupiter and Gemini, which is lighting the fire underneath you. Why? Because you're getting a square from this energy, and that is lighting the fire underneath you in terms of career expansion, fulfillment, life purpose, what you want to do with your one wild and precious life, as Mary Oliver so beautifully writes. Virgo, this is the expansion of your joy, really. I mean, this comes down to joy and passion. I call the 10th house the house of passion. So even if you're retired, it's what lights you up, what makes you feel passionate. A legacy for some of you, or a transition into retirement, or a transition into semi-retirement, which opens up a whole new question, a whole new world of what do I want to do with my time now, right? Some of you are starting a business. You are getting a lot of support here to do the thing that makes you happy, do the thing that makes your heart sing. You're getting a lot of support from Jupiter and Gemini. And for those of you who want to do anything that's associated with Gemini energy, such as writing, speaking, presenting, teaching, you're getting the support to do that here with Jupiter and Gemini. Some of you will get a promotion. Some of you are starting a new role. And Virgo, I have to say this for you because you guys can be really hard on yourselves. And I know I said that in the last video, so I don't want to be a broken record. But often in Virgo energy, and I have my North Node in Virgo, so I experience this regularly, and Pluto in Virgo as well. Often in Virgo energy, we want to feel like we're really good at something before we've even learned how to do it. And so we go, no, I'm not qualified for that. I can't do that. And I want you to know that whatever you're being offered, whatever opportunities come your way, whatever you're feeling pushed into, If you have fears about that because you don't feel qualified or you don't feel like you are perfect enough at it yet, you will learn as you go, beautiful Virgo. It's okay to be a beginner. It's okay to learn as you go. So don't say no. Don't stop yourself, Virgo, from new opportunities just because you don't feel fully accomplished and fully expert at it yet. You will get there. Okay, so Virgo, let's see with the card. Just do it, Virgo, just do it. Easier said than done, I know, but nobody would be offering you something if they didn't see your talent and your potential to succeed, and more than succeed, do it beautifully. Okay, Virgo. Your card is clear the air, distant thunder. This could be clearing the air within yourself or clearing the air with another person. Something may come up because this Jupiter is going to square your energy. Something could come up with another person that requires you to have a conversation. Or this could be clearing the air within yourself. If you have, now my throat's starting to clog up, throat chakra. This could be clearing the air between two parts of yourself or several parts of yourself. And this is something that I do with clients in my coaching sessions to help give every part of you a voice. And often that then brings us clarity, because by clearing the air, you put this distant thunder at bay. It softens. Beautiful, Virgo. And then you can step down from the balcony of the castle. You can step down and do what you need to do. You can do it, beautiful Virgo. Leo, hello, beautiful Leo. Leo, you are going to have Jupiter expanding your world in your Gemini area of your chart, which is the house of fulfillment, hopes, wishes, and dreams, friendships, community, causes, humanitarian efforts. Also, long-term financial gains. What a beautiful place to have Jupiter transiting for you, Leo. And this is going to give you new wind in your sails because you're getting a sextile from this energy. So Jupiter in Gemini is bringing its air into your fire and lighting your fire, igniting the spark within you, Leo. Many of you are going to find new friends. You're going to connect with new soul connections. Some of you are going to have an infusion of money, gifts of money. You may start a new social media platform. You may attract more of an audience for your social media platform. And Leo, you may find yourself being more generous with everyone that you spend time with as well. You may find yourself going to more groups and organization meetings, more meetup kinds of groups, doing more online networking, or finding new things to invest in that are going to pay off in your future, Leo. Also, some of you may do some online dating and really reap the rewards, really meet somebody that lights you up, Leo. So let us see what the cards have to say for you. Leo, this is the house of alliances and supporters. You are going to feel more supported during this time. Whatever you can do that makes you feel more supported, do it. This is the time to say yes to support coming in from benefactors, support coming in from new connections or new groups that you decide to join. Okay, and this could even be like going to a church or something. I know church is not for everyone, but something where there's a gathering, like a large gathering of people, or you may decide to do more leadership work, facilitating of groups online or in person. Okay, Leo. Let's see what the cards have to say for you. Your card is Voyage of the Heart. Love flows through you and to you. Those of you who are in a partnership already, more love flowing into your partnership. Those of you who want to attract a partner, more opportunities to meet a partner. Maybe dating several people, different for everyone, whether that appeals to you, I know. But in this card, you can see the green, the turquoise around her heart is maybe a heart healing for some of you, and then all the purple is you receiving a real shift in your crown chakra, maybe a dissolving of any belief that hasn't supported you, and a new connection with the divine. She's receiving the bounty of life. All the pink energy is the soft love energy. I love this so much, Leo. There's so much light around what she's receiving. This feels very spiritual to me, but it also feels like tangible blessings at the same time. So Leo, you're about to go on a voyage of the heart through this next year, expanding you in ways that you may not expect, but that really transform you beautifully, Leo. So, so lovely. Cancer, hello, beautiful Cancer. Cancer, I have my moon and my rising in Cancer. Beautiful Cancer, you are going to have Jupiter transiting your 12th house of rest, retreat, and connection to the divine. This is the house of your inner mystic. You may very well have a spiritual awakening. You may very well receive divine downloads. You may find yourself astral traveling, even without intending to do so. You may receive epiphanies. You may feel quite creative during this transit. As I said in part 1 of this video, I wrote my book during a 12th house Jupiter and Gemini transit, and I received such an infusion of creativity during that time. Once I got over my initial writer's block, it just flowed. So you could really feel a flow of energy, of divine energy. I did not write that book myself. I definitely partnered with Spirit to write the book. And at one point I just surrendered, which this 12th house is the house of surrender. I just surrendered and let it flow through me. And you could have the same experience for anything creative that you're wanting to write or channel or sculpt from your divine source, in partnership with your divine source. Sometimes with a Jupiter in Gemini transit in our 12th house, we can feel untethered, we can feel scattered, we can feel a little bit ungrounded. So it's really important to ground your energy during this transit and to check in with other people if you're having a moment of self-doubt. Because 12th house transits can make us feel more self-doubt. They can have us questioning ourselves. But this is also where you can really increase your connection to the divine and get that affirmation and the unconditional love pouring through your crown from your soul, from your higher self, or from your spiritual guides. Cancer, if you need support during this transit, don't hesitate to reach out to a coach like myself, or a therapist, or an astrologer like myself to get that support. That really helps during a 12th house transit. But like I said, it was a phenomenal year for me the last time we had Jupiter in Gemini, those of us who are Cancer risings. I wrote and published my book, so you absolutely can put something out, create something tangible that you can hold in your hands that brings benefits to you and others in the years to come. Beautiful Cancer. So let's see what the cards have to say for you now. Put yourself first. A 12th house Jupiter transit is saying, commune with the divine, channel what you need to channel, and love yourself first. Beautiful Cancer. Doesn't mean we can't love others. I know that, but if you put yourself first, everything will flow for you. If you prioritize your needs, everything will flow. And you may get some really juicy otherworldly experiences, which, by the way, I do talk about. I think it's in my very last chapter of my book. I talk about some of those out-of-body experiences that I've had that, you know, those experiences really anchor you into the truth of being a spiritual being having a human adventure, right? They really solidify our sense of rootedness here on the planet. Ironically so, but very uplifting, extremely uplifting and exciting. And that could happen for you during this transit as well, Cancer. So let's see what the cards have to say for you. Cancer, your card is choosing your path. All is possible. Unlimited possibilities. Wow. Are you at a crossroads? Are you choosing your path? This is very, very possible when we have a 12th house transit. We are more likely to be looking within. We're more likely to be reflecting. We're more likely to be in transition and starting on a brand new course in our soul's evolution. And of course, as I've been speaking about in my videos, we're all in a whole new soul cycle. But what I love about this card is it's a gorgeous, what looks to me like a fall day. It's a gorgeous day. The path is open. It's green. It's fertile. It's abundant. And all you have to do, and I know this is easier said than done, but all the universe is asking you to do is to choose your path. And if it is one step and you don't know what's happening after that step, that's all you're being asked to do, is just choose a next step. Beautiful Cancer. So if this resonates, let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear. My beautiful friend, thank you for being here with me today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking. Thank you for commenting and sharing this video to your friends and family who also may want to know where Jupiter in Gemini is transiting in their natal astrology chart. Thank you to my Sunday chat friends for joining us during the premiere. As always, I love hanging out with you. And thank you for subscribing if you have not yet subscribed. Your subscribes support the algorithm to put this video out to more people who love astrology, and you really help support my channel. Thank you for your donations. To those of you who've donated, you completely make my day when you do so. And this has been a general reading of the Jupiter in Gemini transit. If you would like to know how Jupiter in Gemini is going to be aspecting your natal planets or points in your unique astrology chart, go to my website. Check out my offerings for astrology consultations. Not only will I let you know how Jupiter in Gemini is going to be impacting your life, where it might be bringing you blessings in terms of how it's activating your chart, but we will also be looking at any other transits that are happening right now that are significant in your life, including any challenging transits, including those of you who are being touched by Pluto in Aquarius. Hard Pluto transits are quite challenging, quite transformative. And having been through 10 very difficult Pluto transits myself, it is my dedication and passion to help empower you through these challenging transits as well. So go to my website, choose your time zone, book your session, and it will be my joy to support you over Zoom. And I have a free gift for you. That free gift is a soothing, guided meditation, reconnecting with your spirit, returning home to your heart. This meditation will connect you to your divine guidance, to the unconditional love of spirit. If you would like to receive it, just go to my website, subscribe for free to my inspirational weekly astrology updates, and you will get that instant download right away. Clearly, I am very excited about Jupiter in Gemini. It's going to be an infusion of new life for each and every one of us. Something that we can really look forward to and take advantage of to bring an uplift to our life. I'll be speaking more about this transit as we get closer to it and as we go along. My next video will be on the full moon in Sagittarius, so if you are not subscribed, be sure and subscribe. And until then, I am sending you all my love.